what made you start training jiu-jitsu?
I knew I always wanted to do a martial art. I did some karate as a kid,
Okay.
but it wasn't until I toured in Brazil. And I loved
Hmm.
Brazil so much. Like I was eating their food, drinking their drinks. And I said to a couple of the Brazilian friends that were traveling around with us, I was like, I want to do what the Brazilians do. What is that? They're like soccer, jujitsu. I was
Hmm.
like, what's the harder one? Like jujitsu. I'm gonna do jujitsu. So that was one of the big things. Going to the country, I just fell in love and I knew I wanted to do it. And then hearing about the practical application, hearing it's one of the greatest self-defense martial arts. It's one where you
100%.
don't have to be strong or fast. But what's funny
100%.
about the strong or fast point is now you've got black belts who are strong and fast. So,
Hmm.
so I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
what do you do now? But yes,
yeah.
that's why going to Brazil and
Go for the
loving it.
next pasador or god player.
When it's legs, obviously guard player. But
God player.
lately I've been feeling like top. Sure, it's all work, but I've been feeling like top is a little less work.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if you can get that good pressure and you cook your opponent, it feels good.
Okay.
But if they're trying to cook you while you're trying to elevate them, it's a lot of work.
Okay. Yeah. I try now play. I love to play guard, but I want to end on the top. So I will use always
Yeah,
try to use always the leg lock attempts, get in the top and then crush.
awesome. I like that. Yeah, I've been kind of doing roughly the same thing. It's like, but little opposite. Like, 'cause everyone knows Matt's gonna grab my foot, so just do traditional, get to top, and
Mhm.
if I mess up and they recover, then legs.
My wrestling is really bad also. So like, yeah,
Oh, my
I
too.
will pull always. So leg locks or arm locks?
Oh, leg locks all day
Leg
long,
locks all
all day
day.
long. But it is cool that there is now an arm lock that leg lockers like the Choi bar, and I think I
Mhm.
respect that one because it's like
Yes,
same setup.
it's very nice. So, favorite submission.
Favorite conceptually in my head is inside Senpaku, inside heel hook, but the one I get the most is the ones I've gotten the most in my life is straight ankle lock,
Okay.
and probably the second most I've gotten is a toe hold. But
Best position for you to attack from, yeah, from top.
from top, I like to take mount, gift wrap the back.
Good.
That's usually my
Okay.
go-to. Like I feel
Okay.
like I would rather try to get always gift wrap to the
On
back.
top to back. Okay.
But I thought you were going to say favorite position for attacks. I know I should say something with a reap, but honestly,
Mhm.
I love 50-50.
Okay.
I
Okay.
love
Okay.
50-50 because it feels like psychologically they're like, I've got a chance too. And then I like to
Hmm.
play that dance of back and forth. I
Okay.
love 50-50.
Woo.
Yeah, love
This
it.
is a lot of
Yes.
chess. The hardest position for you to escape.
Side control. I would rather
Side
have someone
control.
mounted. I'd rather have
Okay.
someone mount or back than side. There's
Okay.
something about my side that's not great. Um, I think it's a psychological thing from I hurt my lower back in my 20s weightlifting,
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
always afraid to do a giant bridge. And I
Okay.
should get over the fear because I've been doing strength and conditioning and yoga and all that stuff.
Hmm.
But side
Okay.
is my worst for some reason.
Last BJJ skill you added to your game.
The one I was trying to incorporate more and more before my knee injury, and I'm not saying it was because the knee injury was
Hmm.
from an
Hmm.
improvised calf slicer that my friend put on me,
Hmm.
was the false reap.
False
But
rip.
the false reap, I had a difficult time ever fully executing it.
Hmm.
I feel like 50-50 is better leg entries for me, but that was the last one I was really trying to incorporate in the false reap.
False rip. Still, I am working on it. It's really complicated, man. Look, I was with Flanagan,
Oh man, he's amazing.
and man, he's so good with. And we got the seminar on the school. He was explaining off, but still, I have plans to always to get my butterfly hook there in, like to find a way
Yeah,
to trick them and bring the foot under the hips. That's quite
yeah,
difficult still for me. But yeah, I mean, it's like practice, practice, practice.
yeah. Man,
Yeah.
you and I seem with. I can't wait to roll because I feel like we like the same things, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, are
We
we?
will have
Well,
fun,
yeah,
100%, man.
it's the
Really,
greatest, man.
definitely. And now it's
I always used to say too, it's like before jiu-jitsu, I used to say the best way to get to know someone is sharing a meal with them. And now
hmm
I say the best way is to do jiu-jitsu with them and to eat with them. Those two things, you
hmm
really get to know the person you're training with.
hmm
You really do. What's amazing is last tour that we did in the States where I was teaching Jamie and I was teaching Jake from August Burns Red. I was doing a 75 to 90 minute show a night. I was doing some strength and conditioning training like 3 times a week. I was
Mm-hmm.
doing jujitsu every single show day and
Mm-hmm.
some yoga as well. I started working with an amazing strength and conditioning coach named Harry, and Jana is a nutritionist. So he's like, hey, if we do the strength and conditioning, I've got a nutritionist as well. I've always eaten whatever I wanted to eat in my life, but as I kind of get older, I wanted to take even more care of myself. And I've noticed that the nutrition end of it has been huge. So I wasn't burning out. I was doing an hour plus of jujitsu a day, the 90-minute show and weightlifting, and still had energy for the shows and still felt
Oh.
great, slept great. I think it's because I was eating right. I wasn't obviously going 100% on my rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I was teaching a blue belt and a white belt. So I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going super hard with them, but we were training efficiently. So I think
Yeah.
it's very important to like manage. I know the show's the most important thing,
Mm-hmm.
save and conserve here.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm off tour, I think before the knee surgery, I was overdoing it. Like every roll was the hardest roll in the world. Every single roll was
Yes.
like, let's competition style. But I think that now, because I was talking to Goth Lord, he's another amazing jiu-jitsu guy. He invented the Goth Lock. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, how many times do you train a week? He's like, I train 9 to 10 times a week. I'm like, holy shit. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
But he told me like, he's got 3 hard roll days a week and then he like really plans out the other stuff. So I
Mm-hmm.
think with the planning is gonna be great. Because before I didn't have planning, I would just be like, hey, I'm gonna go to the weight room, lift as heavy as I can, roll as hard as I can. And now that I see it's strategic and it's meant to be strategic, and I'd love to hear your input as well. What you'd recommend for someone like me, like how many days a week should I be super hard rolling? How many days a week should I
Good.
be eco? Like,
I was a little bit like you mistaken. I was overtraining. I started to
mm,
train like to change that like 2 months ago because I got
mm,
like a lot of friends, plus I have a lot of arthrosis, my wrist, knees.
yep,
So I was in pain all day, no energy, like I was really not having fun so much anymore because was every role was like a torture for me, for my
yeah,
body.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I had to change everything, like the same with the roles. Now I try to um, count the rounds I do daily. I try also like to change like if I do one day like because I also lift when I do strong lifting, I try to do light roll on the
Hmm.
next day. No, I try to make this kind of and then get 2 times per week just rest. I don't do anything. Also, it's 42 years old, so it's like I cannot. My mind is still is like when I was 18. So I want to do the same amount, but it's not possible. The body is like you have to say gets old. So it's like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need to set and then just reduce the intensity. I think right now it's not so important anymore the quantity if not the quality. Diet for sure. I need to hold my diet all the time. I try to eat healthy. I try to track what I am eating here there.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah.
I've been doing the track a lot too because like when I first started, I was like, I can't do this, but now I really
Mhm.
like it to see
Mhm.
where I should be at. Yeah, it's really great. I feel like just in these 12 and a half years I've been into jujitsu to see how everything has evolved and to see now to hear yourself and to hear different athletes talking about, hey, the nutrition and having rest days and, hard days, lighter days. It's really cool to see everybody doing that versus this mindset of, let's just go hard as hell 7 days a week. Like that's
Mhm.
just not sustainable.
Mhm.
Even the steroid guys, I don't think can handle that. So it's very cool to see this inevitably. That's almost like a self-care thing coming into
True.
jujitsu, which
True.
plays up on the mental thing that you and I were talking about. It's
Mhm.
now there's this like positive mental thing in addition to that going around, like taking
Mhm.
care of ourselves while we're doing something like this, which is great. Damn, amazing.